Yeah, so it's early morning and of the day of potentially where we land the biggest plastic catch that the ocean cleanup has seen to this point. It's been a tough last week or two. We've had lots of issues with the camera skiff. It's a piece of equipment that allows us to see what's going on inside the retention zone, and it also allows us to actuate the emergency release inside in case an animal does get caught inside. We did fix it and it broke again, and then we fixed it.
Behind me you should be able to see the camera skiff, and it's looking really good this time round. You might also be able to see the not so pretty modifications, but we've had to make do with what we've got out here. They're not perfect, but we'll make them better next time, and for now they should do. Everything's looking good so far, and fingers crossed for test 2.
So it's about 10 PM and we've got the Merce Trader behind me, which means we're about to start our first night test. It's been a frustrating road to get here. We've had a few setbacks, but this is one of the first tests of the campaign, and it's a really important one because it's really important that we monitor the impact that we're having on the environment to ensure that we're not causing damage. We've got cameras in the system to monitor that, and tomorrow morning we'll pull the system up on deck and do a full inspection of the system. And it broke again. So the good news is that we've actually already done a day test and a night test. We've got other mitigations in place, and we've put further mitigations in place and a new operational mode so that we can continue testing mostly during the day and slowing down at night. Just to make sure that we're really not risking too much with the animals.
So we are drifting along the system, having a good look at the wings after 24 hours of towing and collecting quite some plastics. And we're using some GoPros, underwater cameras to inspect the system, check for damages. We're getting close to the retention zone, and as we could see from drone shots this morning, the retention zone is full of plastics. Seeing it from the drone is one thing, seeing it up close and with the underwater camera is another thing. So this is an exciting moment. We are here in the middle of the Pacific. 5 days sailing away from home. We have 2 vessels towing a 500-meter wide system. We generally have waves of no less than 2 meters. With the 2 vessels towing, we have drones flying, we have workboats in the water, and all of this work is impossible if you don't have a professional crew. That's a big thanks to these guys here driving this boat, making all this possible.
We've been monitoring the system over the last roughly 48 hours because we've been doing a 48-hour test. We took some drone inspection flights yesterday and it's looking really promising. The system looks really full. It's the only way to explain it, is bulging in places. And that's not what we saw in the shorter tests that we've already done. So where we caught 100 kilos in our first test, we really are expecting to land plastic in the tons this time round. So I don't want to jinx it or say too much and it not be the case, because we've done that before, but we really are hopeful that today we'll be landing tons of plastic on the deck. And so yeah, it could be a really good day for the ocean cleanup.
We have the mountain of plastic we are looking for. After 48 hours of towing. It's sad to have this much after 48 hours, but We've worked very hard for years, through failures, successes, small successes, and now we are here with this big pile of plastic. This is a good day. What a pile of trash.